There's a whole lot going on up there. A lot of data, hundreds of gigs being moved from one drive to another. I am still in the thick of this, and it's getting somewhere. Like today's the first day where I'm like, man, it's happening. But it's taken me a lot longer to do than I thought it would. Hello everyone, and welcome to Monday. The only way that I could guarantee that I wasn't missing anything, like on Stephen Plays, was to actually sort all of the videos on my channel, starting with the oldest, and then just go through them and just look at them and be like, is there anything sticking out here? Is there anything that pops out as being unusual? Anything that wouldn't belong in the series that I may have missed? And there's been a few. There's been a few in each year, but I'm finally getting somewhere, and I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but when I'm done, I will have everything backed up, and I'll have some space back. But I'll talk more about that when I get a little bit further. Even though that's happening up there, there's a lot more excitement happening down here because we are doing a fun, fancy meal today. We're doing Korean beef barbecue, which we have not done in a hot minute, and I'm really excited about it. We got some rice cooking. We're getting ready to start working on the beef. There's some spinach that goes into it as well. So it's a nice, fun, fancy meal that we haven't done in a bit, and I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to the leftovers for lunch tomorrow?
That's the other thing. We've been doing a lot of leftover stuff recently, and it's a good idea. It's a good idea because it takes us way too long to make dinner. Like, the reason is that we generally eat well, and that's good. That's really good. That's a good thing. But, you know, being down here, working on everything, letting it cook, it takes a while. So doing something that gives us a few meals is just inherently better. So we're going to get a few meals out of this, which is really nice. Right, rice is done.
That's fine. It'll stay warm.
Yeah, and I mean, like this won't take a whole lot longer.
No.
So it's pretty well timed. But I'm hungry now, so. Man, that looks really good. Beef, spinach, rice, soft-boiled eggs. And as a reminder, like this is really easy to make. Like really easy. Those are the base ingredients. Rice, meat, spinach, and eggs.
It's just a lot at once because you have the meat and the spinach and the eggs and the rice.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a complicated dish.
No,
and there's a few things that you put in. During the meat process, we put in chili powder, cayenne, liquid smoke. There's a sauce that you make that goes into the beef, but I'll put a link to the recipe. We've shared this before, but like it's really good, and I never want anyone to be like discouraged, intimidated, you know, by a meal. Like, oh, that looks really good, but I'm not someone that makes food. Like, you can do it. This specifically it looks fancier than it is to prepare. Like, it's really good. Highly recommended. Also, you'll notice that there are eggs in here. I've actually been slowly but surely increasing the amount of eggs that I eat from basically none to some. Because whenever I had originally had those cholesterol tests, I had been consuming about a dozen a week minimum, usually about a dozen a week. But I was also consuming a ton of butter because I would generally scramble the eggs, and I'd use a lot of butter because butter makes them taste better. And since I'm not eating so many eggs, I'm not eating so much butter, I have actually been gradually increasing the amount of eggs that I'm eating. And I'm doing this because I want to see where my cholesterol stands, and I'm going to be making a doctor's appointment soon to get my blood checked again because I haven't had it checked in a year. It was before Thanksgiving last year that I had my updated blood test where they checked it and they were like, oh man, the changes that you've made have been really good. You're doing good. And there have been some like actual life changes I've made. Like, I stopped eating fried chicken basically completely. In fact, as far as I can recall, the first and only time I've had it in the past year was like a week or two ago when me and my family went out to get something, and there was it was like you order a bunch of little appetizers, and there was I got fried chicken without even thinking. They were like little nuggets. And man, if you want fried chicken to taste good, don't eat it for a year, because when I had it, I was like, this is magical. This is such a good invention. But I haven't had it since then either. Again, as far as I can recall, I've been eating a lot of grilled chicken instead, and it's good, especially because you can put sauces and mustards and stuff on it, and it's a pretty good alternative. So it's not that I can never have these things ever again, but I've dramatically limited myself in eating them, and it's made a big difference. You have not had this in a while now. How is it?
Good.
Is it good? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's the I mean, that's a lot of things, but the flavor of the meat is so good, so good. I love this meal. I mean, I always have, but like, we haven't done it in a while, and it's really good. Again, try it. Seriously, you can do it. It's totally achievable, and it's real good. It's real good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I would be lying if I wasn't feeling at least like slightly depressed over the fact that I've had to spend so much time organizing files and moving data, and it cuts into me getting stuff done. And like, this is important and it needs to be done, but to my primitive monkey brain, if I'm not getting videos done, like if I'm not working on the vlog, if I'm not getting something like that accomplished, my brain has a hard time registering it as being productive. Even though this is something that needs to be done and has needed to be done for years, if I'm not actively working on a video, my brain yells at me, and it's very upsetting, because I'm like, I know, but listen, brain, I got to do this first. It's very important. So hopefully it won't take too much longer, and I can get all this done and organized and out of the way and get back to work. And then, you know, more importantly, I think, feel productive again. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?